Hello everyone. Last class we learned the basics of electrode. Do you know where the purchased electrodes should be placed and how to deposit and use them? Sir, I think the purchased electrode need to be placed in a special warehouse with a specific keeper who makes good inventory records, right? Yes, but you only answered part of it. The warehouse of storing electrode must be a dry and well-ventilated indoor warehouse. The electrode should be placed on a shelf with a distance of not less than 300 millimeters from the ground and the wall to prevent moisture. Meanwhile, the warehouse should be equipped with air conditioners, dehumidifiers, thermometers, and hygrometers to ensure proper temperature and humidity. The indoor temperature for the low hydrogen electrode should not be lower than 5 degrees, and the relative air humidity not higher than 60%. In addition, to avoid confusion, the electrode should be stacked and clearly marked according to the type, brand, batch, specification, and storage time. In order to prevent damage to packaging and the peeling of the drug skin, it should not be dropped or smashed randomly during the handling and stacking. Handle with care. Try to use the electrode as soon as unpacking it or the early stock, so as to avoid moisture deterioration for long storage. What are the tips before the use of electrode? There are two steps. One is to carry out visual inspection, and the other is to dry it. Visual inspection is to avoid unqualified weld due to the use of unqualified electrodes. The visual inspection includes whether it is eccentric, that is, whether T1 and T2 in the diagram are equal, whether the electrode is corroded and the coating is cracked and peeled off. If the above conditions exist, the electrode is not suitable or cannot be used. Even if its appearance inspection is qualified, it cannot be used directly. Dry it first. The purpose of electrode drying is to remove moisture and reduce defects. Under normal circumstances, the drying temperature of basic electrodes is 205 to 400 degrees, and the acid 75 to 150 degrees, and the temperature kept for 1 to 2 hours. What are the key points for drying the electrode? The drying temperature should not be too high, and the drying speed not too fast. The electrode after drying should be used as soon as possible. Very good. In addition, it is forbidden to put electrode directly in the high temperature furnace or take it out of the high temperature furnace for cooling. In order to prevent the electrode from cracking and falling off due to the sudden cooling and heating, it should be slowly heated, kept warm, and slowly cooled. Furthermore, while drying, the electrodes should not be put in stack or bundles, but in layers with no more than 3 layers for 4 millimeters electrodes and less than 5 layers for 3.2 millimeters ones. Thick stacking will cause uneven temperature or local overheating, which will make the drug skin fall off, and it is not conducive to removal of moisture. The dried electrode should be stored in another low temperature oven, whose temperature is controlled at 80 to 100 degrees, and it can be used as needed. We also need to note that when welding important products, Each welder should be equipped with an insulation cylinder for the dried electrode. The temperature in the cylinder is kept at 50 to 60 degrees, and some silica gel can also be put in to prevent an electrode from getting damp again. The repeated drying times of an electrode should not be too many, generally not more than 3 times. That's all for today. If you would like to know more about how the electrode melts and the transition into molten pool during the welding process, join us in next class. Thank you.